It's the conversation capital that makes a difference, right? And there are quite a few brands which are doing well in this space. Now, in the US, if you look at Patagonia Provisions to be more specific, starts to create a conversation where people engage and talk about it. In European context, I'm sure it's a fairly well-known brand, right? The brand Oatly. Right?
Yep.
So where it starts to really live the story is when it starts to create that community and that conversation. The purpose of Oatly is around plant-based living, a challenger for dairy. Through the barista culture, the cafe culture that it promotes, it's actually changing the coffee habit, creating a consumer base where people are embracing coffee without milk with plant-based options.
Mhm.
And that's creating a conversation.
Right. Yeah, so that conversation piece is really important when it comes to living the story and having the community get really involved. And I think a lot of times with marketing, that purpose-driven marketing, it can become a little bit performative. So what would you say separates a brand that genuinely lives its purpose versus one that just maybe markets it?
It takes a bit of courage, if you ask me, right? The key thing is brand needs to let go of control and let the community talk about their brand, their story, their positioning, and have the courage to let that happen in an organic way.
Right.
And that creates a difference versus a campaign to story living. Campaigns are controlled. Campaigns are what the marketing teams put out. Yes, consumers play it back. Let me again draw the difference through examples, right? Now, if you look at Coca-Cola,
Yep.
fantastic brand, huge liquidity around joy and family moments and occasions, but everything that the brand does is owned, is controlled. And if you compare that with an Oatly has created a platform, a community, which if the brand lets go of the control and the community can talk anything about Oatly, and that goes out in the public space, that goes out in media and social media and everywhere. So that makes a difference of a well-managed campaign to let the story live its own life, let go of the control, let the community bring back value to the brand.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one thing, like you said, it's not the easiest for brands to kind of step back and let go of that trust and like just say whatever the audience says, let's see what they take and run with it. A lot of times as marketers, we want to kind of control those campaigns and the messaging that goes around it. So much thought goes into it,
Yeah.
but like you said, having the brand, kind of take a life of its own is really what transforms that story living piece and helps to create a sense of
Does.
loyalty with that brand.
It does. And if I can add one thing, Bex, right?
Yeah.
Because the how brands do it really is to create platforms or create opportunities for the community to engage.
Hmm.
And again, Oatly building the cafe culture, the barista culture, it's actually enabling that conversation instead of shying away from it.
Right.
And that takes courage, even more than just letting go of control.